From the online trends that dominated 2024,
on the spectrum of brat to demure, where are you right now?
to spicy TikTok viral reads,
These romance fantasy books about dragons.
NPR kept you up to speed on pop culture all year long. Give back to the news source that just hits different by donating today at donate.npr.org. And thank you.
Hey, it's Rachel. So we're doing something special here. In the spirit of giving, we are giving you a preview of our bonus episodes, where you get to hear more questions and hear me reflect on what sticks with me about a particular guest or an answer that they gave. You also get a little peek behind the curtain about what goes into making our show. So usually these are just for our Wildcard Plus supporters, just to give them something a little bit extra for their support. We love our Plus supporters, by the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you, as always. And if you're not a Plus supporter yet, well, this is supposed to be a kick in the pants, but it's still NPR, so it's more like a gentle little nudge to sign up. When you do, you're supporting all our work here. You get access to all these bonus episodes, and you get to listen to every episode without ads. So go to plus.npr.org/wildcard to find out more. And hey, what about a little gift subscription for your nearest and dearest this holiday season? Go to plus.npr.org/wildcard. Okay, with that, on to the episode. It's a little bit random how two guests end up in the same bonus episode, and it always makes me happy to think about the two of them in real life, sitting down and having a beer together. In this case, it would be maybe a glass of French Chardonnay for John Lithgow and an expertly rolled joint for Alana Glazer. John would quote Shakespeare, Alana would give hilarious color commentary, punctuated with a lot of F-bombs, and they'd come out on the other side as new, unexpected best friends. I can't magically make that happen yet, anyway, but I can offer up a couple bonus questions and answers from their respective wildcard episodes. I was so excited to talk with Alana Glazer, mainly because they've had so much life change since I met them in 2014. Their stand-up career took off. They started writing and starring in movies with big-name co-stars. They also fell in love, got married, birthed a child. There was a lot of ground to cover. But honestly, the most interesting thing I learned about Alana is that they are a damn hard worker. They put blood, sweat, and tears into making the show Broad City with their friend and collaborator, Abby Jacobson. They hustled to build their stand-up career and get bigger and bigger movie projects. And you wouldn't blame them if they just decided to coast a little bit right now, right? But that's not their vibe. Sure, they present as this super chill, pot-smoking cool girl who doesn't care what anyone thinks. But they're actually a type A achiever with a clear sense of themselves, how they can make a difference in the world, and a work ethic that's going to make it all possible. So here's our bonus Q&A with actor and comedian Alana Glazer. 1, 2, or 3?
Number 2.
Number 2! How well did you adjust to the world of adult responsibility?
I adjusted very well.
Did you?
Because
so now I'm seeing that.
So I was always like very good and very, very anxious. And to quell that anxiety, I would do and be generative and productive. And that really, I was very scared during college. When I was in high school, I was like, really had my sights set on comedy. And once I got to college, I felt, the first year I was like losing my mind, but like getting into the comedy scene and focusing, creating work and focusing on that work and doing that work was what kept me grounded and sane.
And like you could pay your bills?
Yes,
like, the quotidian stuff of adulthood, you were prepared.
This will give you a bigger picture. I started working when I was 9. And I, as you saw in my stand-up special, like I developed young, I looked older. I started Mothers Helping at 9. And I
was like babysitting, but the parents around. But yeah, you get paid.
But the parents are drunk. Actually, I was 9 years old and I don't know, drunk, or she was just like extra chill. Like it was something. This person was not sober for sure. I was 9, but I looked 13. But it's like, but I'm still 9. I was watching Twins and one of them bit my breast. And I went in the bathroom. I was like, and I went in the bathroom and I saw like little red bite marks of this jerk, this little toddler jerk. And
so the mom's drunk, you're watching Twins and the toddler bites your boob?
Yeah. And I was like, give me a second. And I went in the bathroom and I was like, ow, dude. I mean, and he's like biting me because his mom should want to be hanging out with him. I get it, but like, ouch. And I started working then. I was like a bus boy when I was 12. I like started at 9 truly and never stopped working. I waitressed from 14 to 18. I was just waitressing and nannying and babysitting and catering from the age of 9 until I was 24.
Because
honestly,
you were
27.
saving up for something? Like as a 9-year-old?
This career.
It really was? It was like you were set on this and you knew you were going to need to move out of your parents' house?
Fully.
Wow.
I just kind of was always like preparing for something, you know?
Now to Mr. Chardonnay and Shakespeare. John Lithgow is just a gem of a human being. I've loved so many of his roles, but really had no sense of who he was as a person. And then I came away from my conversation with him not only knowing him a little better, but wishing that maybe he'd let me crash his family's Christmas dinner. He was just so darn nice and thoughtful and funny in a dorky dad kind of way. I also really like when people are honest about the questions that I ask. I don't mean honest in their answers, obviously, I'm into that. I mean when they are honest about how they understand a particular question and whether it resonates with them or not. The questions are a reflection of the way that I see the world, and that's going to be different than how other people see it. So when a question doesn't make sense or it doesn't connect with a guest, I love when they just say that, and then we talk about why. I appreciated that about John Lithgow. He was really listening, really thinking, and then opening up in ways that helped me understand the man behind all the TV, film, and theater credits. Here's your bonus moment with actor John Lithgow.
This message comes from Wise, the app for doing things in other currencies. Send, spend, or receive money internationally, and always get the real-time mid-market exchange rate with no hidden fees. Download the Wise app today or visit wise.com. T's and C's apply.
Hi, it's Marielle Segarra from Life Kit. There's a first time for everything, including giving to NPR. Whether you're a brand new listener or a longtime fan, please join the community of NPR network supporters today. Make your gift at donate.npr.org. And thank you.
Hi, I'm Laurel Wamsley, and I cover personal finance for NPR. That means I report on some of the questions that might keep you or your loved ones up at night. Like, will I ever be able to buy a home? What about retirement? As interest rates drop, where should I put my money? Economic headlines can be confusing, but NPR is here to help you make sense of them. To support this coverage, please give today at donate.npr.org.
Ho, ho, ho! Santa here, coming to you from the North Pole, where the elves in our podcast division have just completed work on this season's best gift for public radio lovers, NPR Plus. Give the gift of sponsored free listening and even bonus episodes from your favorite NPR podcasts, all while supporting public media. Learn more at plus.npr.org.
Tis the season for rich meals, twinkly lights, and New Year's resolutions. At Life Kit, NPR's self-help podcast, we're here to help you make those resolutions less of a December and January thing and more like a year-long affair. We've got shows that'll help you draw up plans to meet your goals, whatever they are. Get the tools you need all year round with the Life Kit podcast from NPR.
1, 2, or 3?
1.
What's a belief you chose to let go of?
Beliefs that I've let go of. Well, I grew up without any particular religion, ironically enough, because all my grandparents were very religious. Both my parents were kind of black sheep who simply dispensed with that. And all of us kids are, we never defined ourselves one way or the other, but we certainly had no religious training or religious convictions. So there was not that to let go of. I simply never had it to let go of.
It doesn't have to be a religious belief that one has released.
I've had a few aspirations that I've let go of.
Sure.
That's a little different, but
it's different, but I'm going
to. I dabble a lot. I hurl myself into something and then abandon it. I learned the guitar and got to the point of being mediocre, and then have and then started working with really good musicians and decided I'm going to let them do it. I'll just do the singing. Same with the banjo. I got to a certain point with bluegrass banjo, and just eventually I felt I'm never going to get good enough at this. Let's let it ride. Never made that decision, but it just died on the vine. And I've done that with a lot of things. I've initiated a lot of projects.
No, you're a starter.
Where I'm a starter, and not many of them get to completion. It's quite amazing when they do. You know, when I set out to write these political satire books, I had deadlines and dates, and I absolutely had to get them done. Other people were counting on me, so I got them done. But left to my own devices, I can't quite. It's what I like about. I've always said what I like about acting is its blissful irresponsibility. You know, you just show up for rehearsals and everybody does your work for you. You're given your lines, you're given your blocking, you're often driven to work and back. Movies, they treat you like a movie star.
Oh, my God. How wild. So you never wanted to be a director?
I actually started out as a director. I started out as a theater director, mainly because I couldn't get acting work and working for my dad. But I way prefer acting. It's just so much more fun. I mean, basically, all of us in the theater or in movies and TV, we're storytellers, but the actors are the ones who are really doing the storytelling. It's just simply too much fun to choose anything else. For me.
Okay, that's it for this week's bonus episode that we are making available to all y'all this week. See? It was so fun. It doesn't have to end here, friends. If you want access to all our bonus episodes and sponsor-free listening, consider signing up for Wildcard Plus. When you do, you support all the good work that NPR does. Tell a friend or tell 5. Maybe give them a gift subscription while you're at it. Find out more at plus.npr.org/wildcard. Talk to you next time.
It's cuffing season, the cold months where we might look for a warm somebody to cuddle up to. But dating isn't always warm and fuzzy. And this year, there were so many big debates about how we love. On It's Been a Minute, our cuffing season series will help you answer some big questions, like, what is the ick really about? Or is it okay to date for money? To find out, listen now to the It's Been a Minute podcast from NPR.
Hey, it's Peter Sagal, the host of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. Now, if you like Wait, Wait, and you're looking for another podcast where the hosts take self-deprecating jabs at themselves and invite important guests on who have no business being there, then you should check out NPR's How to Do Everything. It's hosted by two of the minds behind Wait, Wait, who literally sometimes put words in my mouth. Find the How to Do Everything podcast wherever you are currently listening to me go on about it.
It's been a great year for TV, movies, and music, and we are highlighting the best of the best. We're talking about our favorite moments of the year, including some of the best pop culture you might have missed. Listen now to the Pop Culture Happy Hour podcast from NPR.